The good news is I think that there are opportunities not to just have to reinvent the legislative wheel, but to apply the laws that already got us as far as we already have. And I think if we're able to do those things, to revive the basic ideas that got us to where we are, that the people who we elect to run the government, that we're free to speak openly as long as our neighbors have the same courtesy in return, that you get ahead in this country not on the color of your skin but the content of your character, that you get ahead based on merit, that we put the merit back into America to say that you can achieve anything you ever want in this country with your own hard work and commitment and dedication and believe in that vision of the American dream, then we can take on the single greatest external threat that we will face in our generation. We face an enemy in communist China that powers our modern way of life. In China, there's no distinction between economic policy and military policy. They are two sides of the same coin. Now, we depend on China. We got to where we are, but going forward, if we're really going to declare independence from China, and I do think that that is what the Declaration of Independence in 2023 calls for, that's going to involve some level of sacrifice. It's going to involve some level of trade-off to be able to achieve semiconductor self-sufficiency before China invades Taiwan, while we have to protect Taiwan vigorously to protect our own way of life. To be able to shore up our own energy leadership position globally by abandoning the constraints of a new climate religion that shackles the West while leaving China untouched. To tell our children to lead them rather than to be afraid of them, saying that, you know what, if you can't smoke an addictive cigarette by the time you're 18 years old, you probably should not be using addictive social media apps like TikTok until you're 16 years old or later either, if at all. Tell businesses, and thank you, businesses in this country that you will not do business in China until the CCP reforms its behaviors, including abandoning its practices of intellectual property theft, U.S. user data theft, and the other practices that don't make this a capitalist game, but a mercantilist one. Holding communist China accountable for the COVID-19 pandemic, the worst pandemic in over a century, unleashing hell on the rest of the world, using every financial lever we have to do it, because if we don't, we can expect even worse in the future. These will not be easy things to do.